It was an amazing feeling knowing I'd been picked for the Commonwealths, but it wasn't an easy job. You know, I had to kick up a bit of a fuss, I had to get my name out there. Coming back into it after a year and a half out definitely didn't help me at all. I think I was seen as someone who was not taking it as seriously as the other gymnasts, was doing it for more publicity than anything. And I really kind of had to, you know, put my foot down and say, look, I'm not messing around. I'm passionate about what I'm doing. I've done the sport since I was 4 years old. The results are there. I've done the competitions. I've scored some of the highest scores in the world. You need to take me seriously.
Yes! It's there! Great Britain take a bronze in the men's team final! It's a tie. It's 16.066 because the execution score was slightly lower than Berkey's. Berkey will take gold.
People were expecting me to win gold, and I was very good at just putting it to the back of my mind. And it's so hard to kind of explain. It was just massive. I don't think I'll ever have as much pressure and expectation as I did for 2012. When my 2012 experience was finished, I felt exhausted, emotionally, physically. I just felt like I had absolutely nothing. It took everything out of me, absolutely everything, to keep myself pieced together, to keep myself strong. So when I finished, I was finished. You know, I completely switched off from sport and just needed to recuperate just some life in me. And that's what I did for the next year and a half. But I was smart enough to not write anything off. So when people was asking me what I was doing, I never said I was retired. You know, I left that door open in case I wanted to get back into it. Strictly was amazing. I think that's what kind of got me going again, you know, because I was quite flat after the Olympics, and I think Strictly was just what I needed. I saw the boys and everyone around the world competing, and I still felt like I could mix it with the best. So yeah, I got back into training. I came back mainly for the enjoyment of being at another Commonwealth Games and enjoying that team vibe. You know, I didn't come back with a point to prove.
What a good performance by the 16-year-old.
I think to get another Commonwealth medal would be brilliant, but if I was to be on top, you know, it would be amazing. And it really left me, you know, with hard decisions to make for the next couple of years.
Yes, he was Flavia's leading man. And
We're off and running now then. So Liam Davey for Scotland. Trains at the City of Glasgow club. And he's off.
And a very efficient gymnast as well. Good style. Just needs to get those heels a little bit higher. Good control there on the cross. Very good swinging. Oh, very nicely done, smoothly up to the handstand. Controls it well at the top. Just a little dip of the back. Pulls it under control. Oh, what a shame, because that was a really very good routine indeed. Just a bit of lack of confidence at the end.
It was a shame, and those long levers, he's such good swinger. And later on, obviously, we'll see that come into play tomorrow with the high bar. Just a reminder that this competition is split in two. So 3 pieces today, 3 tomorrow. Niall Wilson, such a mature performance that he put in on floor. He was junior champion this year on this piece of apparatus.
Lovely handstand opener, making absolutely certain. Legs together phase. Here he is. Very confident on one hand. 2 circles into the Russian. And look at the hands. The placement is very precise, even out of the spindle. Those hands side by side, parallel line. Very few gymnasts can achieve that. This is pretty good work from him. exploded a little bit, made the double Russian. Perhaps there should have been an extra one, but he's rescued it well. That was very mature from Niall Wilson. What a great performance.
What an introduction to the world stage at senior level for this young man. The highest score on pommel horse so far is Daniel Keatings with a 14.533. Good challenge.
He's really controlled gymnast Niall Wilson.
Liam Davey, 12.4. Keating's just keeping an eye on that pommel scoreboard. Frank Baines then didn't have much fun on pommel horse, but do his best to try and enjoy this rings routine as much as it will be hurting.
Such a stylish gymnast, Frank Baines. Lovely work. Just heights at the top of the handstand, but the swing up on straight arms was very good indeed. And again, feet locked together. Super somersaults, double front, very nice, really original.
Scotland are back on track. They'll be moving up from 5th.
Well, he did well because he had a disappointment on pommel horse, and he goes to rings and produces that.
Keatings will be up next. Niall Wilson, 13.633. That's the 3rd highest pommel score. Sam Oldham for England, next to go on this piece of apparatus.
Young man with great focus. A small hesitation there. He might just get away with it. Certainly made it on the 2nd of the 2 handstands. Very confident. Turning his flop, which is the work on one handle, into an E value. So that was very good. Very good work indeed. How quick he was, but he caught his legs and he's lost this ring. Sam Oldham. What a problem for him and for the English team, but remember, 3 from 4.
But his all-around bid, he could well still be in the top 24, but he knows he cannot afford to make any more errors.
Well, he'd be anxious to show. Look at that lovely shape at the front of the swing. He really is a great pommel worker, and he'd be anxious to prove that for what's left of the routine. Oh, and he's lost the rhythm again slightly. If it's anything, he's attacked it slightly too much.
Maybe the occasion just getting the better of him. I mean, his work is so wonderful, and it does, I mean, it feels to me, Chris, I don't know about you, but it feels like 2014 is his year.
Absolutely. Oh, here we are.
Frank Baines, 13.975.
No, Sam Oldham has been a bit in and out with his work. Hopefully that won't affect him here.
So Dan Keatings then, so many injuries throughout his career. He's got wonderful lines and he's not a bad ring worker.
He's a really very complete all-round gymnast. Look at that line, that was super. There's a good light frame, he's strong. Lovely control there. And really matured strength-wise. Really doesn't give very much away to the deductions to the judges, as I say that. He splits his legs slightly, but really beautifully locked together, and the 1.5 twist in the double back dismount, really keeping the difficulty level up.
Wonderful to see Keatings doing so well here, because he has been a key gymnast really in Britain's rise to fame on the world stage. Sam Oldham, 12.1 with a shake of the head. Well, look who's here. Lewis Smith. He's taken a break for a couple of years, but Lewis Smith is back. at the Pommel Horse Party. Now, can he get himself an invitation to the final? Come on, Lewis.
Smooth and easy. 2 handstands, safely done. Now, we go for single Russian. Here comes the Russian. Right now. Oh, very nice indeed. Picks it up from the spindle, and if anything, he's a little bit more extended at the front than he has been. He's looking good. Triple Russian all the way. Picking up into the Magyar, the forward treble. Here comes a Zivoda. Very nice. Now he'll keep the rhythm. Very nicely done. What a super comeback for Lewis Smith. That was impressive.
Lewis Smith is back, and the world will have taken notice of that. Yes, I am absolutely over the moon for him.
Absolutely, and he just shows his maturity now. He hasn't just come for the party, he's come to show everybody he's still a great gymnast.
Keatings, 13.9 for Scotland. Dan Purvis will be up next. But what a moment that was for Lewis Smith and family. Daniel Purvis then does his best to keep his composure and calm down. This is so important for Scotland.
And lovely, lovely opening. 2 strength moves linked together. A third. He's becoming a very powerful gymnast, Daniel Purvis. He can swing, he's strong. Wonderful handstand shape. Oh, and that was really well controlled. Just needs the good dismount, the double-double, he got it! What a competition on here.
The comeback is on, and it's all thanks to Purvis.
Well, it's a thriller, isn't it?
Lewis Smith with an enormous 15.7. Woof.
And there's more in the locker.
Oh, yes. Certainly from a difficulty perspective. Well, Max Whitlock. The standard just keeps on getting better. And another shout for the Pommel Horse final here. Young Max.
What an exciting young man he is too. He has this style of his own. He's almost laid back and relaxed, but he is a consummate swinger on this apparatus. Oh, and here he goes. He's travelling. There's the undercut. That makes it a Bouznari. He's just about rescued the circle. But that's such a brave move. But he hasn't faltered. He's gone into the spin. Full turn in the circle. Travelling back. Knows his way around the leather, this young man. Keeps the rhythm. Flourish at the end of the D dismount. Max Whitlock, big smile from him, and Lewis appreciates it.
He does appreciate it, and the competition is on between them two, because who is going to get that Commonwealth gold? Just to put it into perspective, Max here beat the lad who stole the Olympic gold from Lewis Smith. So, what a final we are in store for on the Pommel Horse.
And what great spirit in the teams. Lewis, a difficulty score of 6.9.
Daniel Purvis scores a much-needed 14.7 for country.
You're on about difficulty there, Chris. 6.9 from Lewis. We know he's got a 7.2, but we also know Max is in the 7s as well.
Well, that's what I was interested to see, that the difficulty score for Lewis today was 6.9. Now,
yeah.
Max's will be higher than that, won't it?
And he didn't actually need to go all out, but he did. So he took the risk, and in qualification, that is... I was going to say a particular word, but that is, yeah, means you've got guts.
We haven't seen so much of the Canadians on floor, but that was a lovely back somersault with half turn immediately into double front. really very good control. Super height. Oh, but that was a deep landing and will be a deduction. Lots of strength in that handstand, the wide-armed handstand. Again, fabulous height, lots of time to meet the floor very easily. Double Arabian to finish, just a little bit of a deep landing in the middle, but that was classy work.
Well, that was Kevin Litwin with his bid for the floor final, a 13.733. So Whitlock gets the little chalk bag together. It's a 15.733 for Max Whitlock, which is ahead of Lewis Smith by 0.033. And look at the difficulty, Scott. My word, it was 7.3. And he can go even more difficult. But Lewis beats him on execution. So Scott Morgan. And for Canada, this is the Canadian champion on this piece of apparatus, and he was in the final of the World Championships on this piece of apparatus.
He can work floor, look at the speed, the acceleration, full twisting double straight, easily done. He's got such good technique. Again through the flick, double layer, punch 1 1/4. He's super, super clean and super, super fast. Double twist into full twist. You daren't blink, you'll miss a whole tumbling pass. Such is his energy. And that's unusual. To go straight leg into Japanese handstand is a big challenge. Legs together as opposed to straddling. Skips across the floor. 1 3/4. Two and a half twist into 1 1/2 twist. So much energy, packs it in. Full twisting double to finish. World-class work from him.
14.933. It's well, it's a higher score than Christian Thomas's. He's actually got the 3rd highest score on floor so far. So then let's have a look at the standings after 2 rotations. Max Whitlock leads the field ahead of Scott Morgan. Kevin Litwin as well from Canada there in the top 3. Frank Baines in 10th. Luke Wadsworth drops to 12th. As a team, England lead Canada ahead of Scotland, who've now moved up into 3rd from 5th.